This is the corrections video for Alfred's Essentials of Music Theory, Lesson 6. Make sure that you are following along with your red colored pencil and making corrections or completing the assignment along with me. So this assignment starts us by asking how many, that's what the blank is, how many quarter notes are the same as, that's what equals means, a half note. So how many quarter notes are the same as a half note? There are 2 quarter notes in every half note. The next one is how many whole notes are the same as 4 quarter notes? Well, a whole note gets 4 beats and 1 quarter note gets 1 beat, so 4 quarter notes gets 4 beats. 1 whole note is the same as 4 quarter notes. How many half notes are the same as a whole note? There are 2 halves in a whole. How many halves are the same as 4 quarter notes? Well, there are 2 quarter notes inside each half note, so I have 1 half notes, 2 half notes. And lastly, how many whole notes are the same as 2 half notes? And that is 1. Next, it asks us to draw stems in the correct direction with the correct length, writing the names of the notes in between the staff. So remember that our line always needs to go up an octave, which is 8 positions. So, because this is an A, F-A-C-E, face in the space, its line needs to go up to where the A ledger line would be. Before that, in the bass clef, we have a C, and its line needs to extend up to where center C would be. Next, we have D, because great big dogs fight animals, and this is going to be a down stem because it's on the middle line. Next, we have all cows eat grass. It's above the middle line, so again, it's going to be a down stem. Now back in the treble clef, we have every good boy does fine, and it's going to be a down stem. Back in the bass clef, we have great big dogs fight animals, so that's going to be an F with a down stem. Next, we have every good boy does fine. It's going to get a down stem because it's on the middle line. Next, back in the bass clef, we have great big dogs fight animals. It's going to get an up stem because it is below the middle line. Next, we have C, F-A-C-E, face in the space in the treble clef. And we have every good boy does fine in the treble clef. And lastly, we have all cows eat grass in the bass clef. Okay, number 3, draw a treble clef. Next, it wants us to draw a note on the staff that is a C and a whole note. It wants us to only use notes that are within the staff, so no ledger lines. So, let's see, we're going to go through our lines first. Every good boy does fine on the lines. None of those start with C. But we do spell F-A-C-E, face in the space, so we're going to go up to the C space and draw a whole note. Next, it wants an A quarter note, F-A-C-E, face in the space, and it needs a stem because it's a quarter note. Next, it wants an E half note. We have 2 options here. We can either do E, or we can do E. Oops. That was dumb, sorry. We can either do E or E, but as they are half notes, they do need stems. You don't have to have both of those, you can just have one of them. Next, it wants an F whole note. So we have F-A-C-E, face in the space, as well as every good boy does fine on the lines. You don't have to have both, you just need to have one. Then we have every good boy does fine on the lines is a quarter note, so it's colored in, and the stem goes down because it's on the middle line. Next, we want every good boy does fine. Again, a quarter note needs a stem. And lastly, every good boy does fine, a G, half note. Lastly, number 4. It wants us to draw a bass clef. And our spaces are going to be all cows eat grass, and our lines are going to be great big dogs fight animals. First, it asks us for an E half note. So all cows eat grass with a stem going down because it's above the middle line. Great big dogs fight animal as a colored in quarter note, stem down. This A can happen in 2 places. It can either be all cows eat grass or great big dogs fight animals. You don't have to have both of those. We need a quarter note, all cows eat grass with a stem because it's a quarter note. Great big dogs fight animals, half note. Great big dogs fight animals, whole note. And here we can either have great big dogs fight animals or all cows eat grass, and they would both need stems because they are half notes. All right, make sure that yours matches mine and submit your picture to the discussion.